Hello, it's me again. So today we are going to deal with actually packet crafting. So because we are in the network attack series, so I would like to show you how to implement your own packets, and I will tell you what is the purpose of crafting your own network packets before or after this tutorial. So I want you to be familiar with this, but before we do that, please let's push the YouTube algorithm. That means if you like my videos or if you like my content, that will make me make more content. Then YouTube will ensure that more people are able to see my tutorials, because it will be proof that I'm able to solve the problems for approximately everyone. So packet crafting is actually the art of creating a network packet according to various requirements in order to carry out exploits or attacks, or in order to exploit the vulnerabilities in networks. There are different types of vulnerabilities that can be exploited through implementing your own network packet, because this is an advanced style of or an advanced technique that is utilized by the malicious hackers. So the network administrators and the cybersecurity consultants have to be more familiar with this, because actually, like we say, it is utilized by advanced hackers in order to forge a way to obfuscate the intrusion detection systems. So crafting is technically an advanced, like we say, and a complex type of vulnerability exploitation, and it's difficult to detect or diagnose, because sometimes through the packet crafting you can do some IP or MAC spoofing. That means the network IT guys inside the target organizations shall not be able to see where actually these packets are coming from, because spoofing an IP address says the network administrator assumes that these packets are actually legitimate, whereas sometimes they are malicious and maybe they are causing some damage inside the systems. So when it comes to, let's go to the other slides. Here are the various vulnerability assessments tools that can be used to create the malicious data packets, that is HPN3 and scapy, whereas in this tutorial I'm going to use scapy. So we also need to be able to analyze the network packets so that we can prove that these packets are traveling from one device to the other. So Wireshark can be a good option in this case, so that it can show us all the information. But let me tell you something. Actually, through this tool that I'm going to choose, that I've chosen, we can implement our own network analyzer using this scapy as a library. So let's go to the other slides that describes actually what this scapy is, because I've chosen it to be the most powerful software that I'm going to use in order to implement a network data packet. So scapy is a Python program that enables the user to send, sniff, dissect, and forge network packets. This capability, it allows construction of tools that can probe, scan, or attack networks. That means you can implement your own nmap using scapy. In other words, scapy is a powerful interactive packet manipulation program. It is able to forge or decode packets or a wide number of protocols, send them on the wire, then capture them, match requests and replies, and many more. So scapy can easily handle most classical tasks like scanning, trace routing, probing, unit tests, attacks, or network discovery. So that means you can implement a hell lot of things, such as taking down the internet using this tool. You can take down the whole organizational internet. So this is one of the things that can be done with this tool. So before I can proceed, I would like to ask for forgiveness to you, because I think I have more time without uploading more videos, because I was dealing with actually personal some of my personal issues. So I think now it's time to to be able to make sure that I implement as much tutorials as possible. So please like and subscribe to my channel so everything goes well. So like we said, scapy can replace HPing, you can replace app spoof. That means you can implement an app spoofing tool, or you can script using this scapy. So you can do approximately everything. Even you can find yourself implementing an IDS using this tool, because it works as deep as possible when it comes to these 7 layers of OSI models. So now let's go to the practical part of this. In actual fact, scapy comes pre-installed on Kali Linux, and for you to run scapy, you can just type scapy, then it will run for you. Already I have it. If you scapy, then press enter, then everything is fine, then you can go. So we are going to see the basics of what we are going to do using this tool. One of the tools, like we said, we need is Wireshark, so that it can show us what is actually taking place at the back. So now we have got this interactive shell that looks Python-like, because scapy is a Python library. So we are going to, for instance, let's scan our network in order to see some of the devices that are available, so that we can try to exploit them and then trace the packets or using Wireshark. So Wireshark is one of the tools that you can get right here, sniffing, and so we've got this Wireshark here. So we are going to track all the moves using this tool. So for this reason, let me scan all local. You can use this for both local area network and wide area network. So let's see all the devices that are connected to my same network. So we've got the router, and we also have this device, and we have even this one that I don't know. So what we're going to do now, it's just work with this two. So if we work with that two, then we can be able to play with them. But I will not do some denial of service on my router. So that is one of the things that we have to do. One of the disclaimers, the qualified disclaimer that I'm making here is, please don't try this at home. But if you are a network administrator, I believe that you will try to do this for the benefit of your organization. So what we are going to do is, let me try to close this, then vertically, then we have got nice 3 terminals here. So for this reason, we can open scapy. So then we have got this nice interface here. So one of the things that we have to specify is the network interface, because we are working on let me check, this is on, there is no Wi-Fi interface available. Okay, so if we have scapy here, then let's check what is going to take place here. We are going to implement a basic data packet, a basic IP packet that will travel from this machine to the foreign machine, one of these machines. So let's implement using okay, sorry, before we can proceed, because I know people will think will not be able to know where do I take these commands, because I can LSC then in order to see the list of commands here. So we have got the the numerous functions that are coming with this scapy, like sniff and many others. So you can implement this right here. So remember that scapy is using Python, so that means you will find yourself coding Python right here. So let's implement this using send function. Let's take, for instance, IP. So let's see. Okay, so then after that we have destination. We are going to pass destination as one of our arguments right here, which is let's say it's www.google.com. So we have to also specify the type of the packets that we want to send. So that means we are going to just ask the ICMP, which is the PIM packet. So this is the ICMP packet. So let's check. So it seems like only one packet has been sent. So we have manufactured our own fake packet to google.com, and the packet has been sent. So what we can also do, let's say we want to send this packet and then receive the answer. So let's check. Okay, so then we can even see the response from the remote server. So what we're going to do now, also let me clear all this. Then what we can also do using scapy is that we can, let's say, like I told you, we are going to use this router and this IP address that is a Hewlett Packard. It's an HP desktop. Okay, so let's try to monitor the traffic to this machine on Wireshark, where destination is 15. So let's see. Sorry. All right. So let's check where IP destination is 15. So we are just tracking all the information that will be traveling to this host. So now we are just waiting to see whether we can be able to track the information, that the packet information that travels to this host. So there are some of the things that we are going to do in order to see that. For instance, let's implement the packet that will be stored in the variable x, which will be x, which is equal to IP with time to live, which is probably 64. So then x dot source, like I told you, we are coding Python now, and x dot source, which is equal to the IP address which we want. What we're doing here is trying to spoof the IP address, our IP address, so that it looks as if the packet comes from the router, whereas it is coming from us. So this is one of the things that we have to circumspect as we are going along. So what we are going to do is do as if this packet is coming from the router, and we can also send this this data packet as if it is coming from the router to the router too. But because this is my work network, I will not be able to do that, and please don't do that yourself too. So this is x dot destination, so which is the destination IP address, that is okay, right. So now it's let me say x dot show. So there you go, or you can just print x, that will tell you everything. This is a basic IP packet, so we want to send we use send function, then we pass the variable where the packet has been stored. So let's open Wireshark and then press enter. So let's check. Alright, so let's trace everything that will be going on here. So we can detect that there is a network packet that travels from 192.168.88.1 to this, and it's an IP4 packet. So if you can follow, let me say you try to follow TCP stream, okay, because it's an IP packet, so this is one of the basic packets, so it's not necessary for us to do that. So what we are going to do, we are going to try implementing the TCP data packet, so that we can see actually what is actually the difference. We are applying the same concept here, but we are increasing the number of packets. So we are going to use the send function, which we will pass this IP, right, and some arguments here, that is the source and the same source, which is the router. So we can 192.168.88.1 is the source, and the IP address of the destination, which is equal to 192.168.88.15. So here we have to specify, let's say we want the TCP port, alright, I mean not the TCP port but the TCP type of packet, the protocol. So let's check. Here we will be passing the source port, which is, maybe let's say it's 139, and the destination port, the port, right, to 139. Okay, so let's check. Let's say count is equal to, let's say we want to pass 1000 packets. So, and let's expect something that will be happening on Wireshark. So these are the packets, and let's check. So Wireshark monitors our things well, and you can be able to see that our packets have traveled safely. And if you can go to, okay, let me check. We have got this, so there are, that is the number of the packets that we have specified on that machine. So sometimes if you can send some more packets, it can cause the denial of service. For instance, I would like us to also implement a simple denial of service attack. That is what we call the ping of death. So we are going to, because we already know that those are the ICMP packets are actually small in size, but should it happen that you implement a big bundle of those, it can be very dangerous. So let's try to do the same stuff here using the same syntax, and try to see how we can do that. So sometimes, or let me leave it, because I will not allow you to try that at home. So I will leave it like that and give it to you as an assignment, and do it on your own network, because I'm not actually allowed, the policies of this institution, they don't actually allow me to cause some certain mischiefs if I I don't have to be more offensive here. The firewalls will be noisy, so this is what we have to avoid. So I will not be able to do ping of death to you. I prepared that, but I don't think it's a wise move to try that. Even YouTube, it will I will get some more troubles on YouTube. But one of the things that I can do with you on this tutorial is trying to implement your own sniffer, your own packet sniffer, using the basic sniff function on this library. So one of the things that we can do is try to sniff the network. So unlike using Wireshark, here we don't need this Wireshark anymore. So quit without saving, so we don't need that. So now what we're going to do is trying to let's say we have X, then we have like what is that, the sniff function. There is a sniff function. Maybe we shall be passing some of the, and remember that we can use this on our code, so we can code this and implement our custom script that will do this for us automatically, or implement our own networking tool out of this, like we always say. So let's pass the interface. I still remember that our interface is Ethernet 0. Okay, then we also have like count. Let's say we want to count the number of packets. Maybe we want the first 5. All right. Now what we can do is to check. Let's make noise. Let's ping from our machine to the foreign machine 168.88.1. maybe we are pinging the router's IP address. So there you go, so that we can be able to see what will go on as we try to do some sniffing of the packets. With Scapy, you can try to save these packets like you do in Wireshark or you do in TCP dump, and you can also read from that file. So you can do a hell lot of things right with that tool. So let's say X. Let me check. Okay, X. Because those packets are an array, so let's say we want the one at 0, and then we can get the information. So it can tell you as much information as possible. So let's okay, let's print only X, so it will give us the number of the packets. Okay, sniffed, right. Now let me say x.show, then, so that we can be able to see how this network data is the good strategy that can be used to show those number of packets. So this is one of the things that you have to know about this. So one of the good styles that you can use is what we call hex dump. Hex dump is to try to see those packets in a hexadecimal form. So let's say it's a function to, so let's so this is one of the things that you can be able to see. Okay, sorry, I can see there is a problem right here. Okay, let me clear all this mess here. Anyway, this is one of the good styles that you can use this tool for. And please, if you think you like this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so that will make the channel to grow and more content will be coming. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial.